Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of the Our Disc Golf podcast. I'm Ian Anderson from Central Coast Disc Golf. Also from Central Coast Disc Golf, joining me is Alex Olguin. Say hi, Alex.
What's up, everybody?
That's Alex. And we have DG Weekly, Anthony Vandenheuvel.
Woo! What's up, guys?
That was pretty cool. And we got Eric Woyden, who is a mod on Our Disc Golf and throws real far, but
can't putt, unfortunately.
But can't putt. But cool, guys. Well, thanks for joining us, and we're going to talk about some topics, and then we got Nate Sexton coming on, so stay around for that. He's pretty cool.
For the first time.
He's never had him before, ever. All right, guys, we got Nate Sexton on the line. Say hi, Nate.
Hey, everybody.
There he is. We got Ian, got Anthony, Eric, and Alex. And Anthony, why don't you kick us off with our first question for Nate?
All right, our first one is from Koluk43. He says, what are the chances you get a Tour Series Orc next year, and what kind of input do you have on your Tour Series discs?
I have a lot of input, but the chances are a little bit low, I would say, because the Orc isn't that popular of a disc. And the point of the Tour Series is to try to raise funds to help me be out there on the road. And I kind of have pressure, not from Innova, but from my own self, for my own well-being, to pick a more popular model than the Orc, even though I do love it.
Do you have a Tour Series?
Is that why you ended up with the Firebird there, Nate?
Yeah, that was part of my thinking. I mean, I like the Firebird equally as much as I like the Orc. I throw both of them quite a lot, and I knew the Firebird was a more well-represented disc in bags across the country and the world.
Yeah, I've been seeing that in a lot of pros bags this year.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3.
Haven't seen what in a lot of bags?
I've been seeing you're a Sexton Firebird in a ton of bags this year.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how many people have picked it up, and even some touring players. It's cool.
Yeah. All right, next question, Anthony.
I just want to ask, do you have a disc, an ideal disc for your Tour Series disc next year, or are you not allowed to say?
I haven't really decided. It's kind of the main question to me is stick with the Color Glow Firebird and just change up the stamp and maybe do a new color and have it still be the Sexton Firebird, or go somewhere totally new. So that's kind of the two choices I have. I feel like the Sexton Firebird worked really well, and I think I could count on a lot of the same people to pick up a 2016 model if it was in a different color and had different artwork and everything. Or I could go totally something new with it. So I haven't really decided. It's something I'll have to talk to Innova about and kind of see what they think and what will work the best.
Cool.
I know I'd pick up a 2016 Nate Sexton Firebird.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. and that's assuming I'm still on the star team. I have a good feeling I will be, but it's nothing I can think.
All right. Next question. This is a tough name. I think it's Narshrealp406.
Oh yeah, I know Narshrealp.
I'm assuming you know who he is in real life, because if I remember, he asks a couple questions, all of them around Christian Dietrich.
Okay, I don't actually know, but I probably have met him then.
Okay, yeah, he says you played in Montana State Champs last year against Christian Dietrich. If he were to tour, how well do you think he would do?
Oh, it's an easy answer. He'd do great. I mean, he would only play better. He's a very talented player, but he's obviously splitting his time between disc golfing and lawyering takes a lot of time, from what I've been told. So he's a busy guy, but I really have no doubt that he would play fantastic. I mean, he's already an NT champion at the Beaver State Fling a few years back, so that kind of shows it right there.
Takes just a little bit of skill to win one of those.
Those are hard to win.
I haven't done it yet.
There's still time.
Yep.
All right. This one is from a really, really cool guy. He's actually sitting on the couch with me, and I'm home alone, so that should tell you who it is. So this really awesome guy says, you moved from the Portland area to North Carolina. Both places are pretty well known for their excellent disc golf scenes, but in your opinion, which one is better, or which do you prefer?
There's so many factors, it's hard for me to break it apart, but I would say my gut says I would go with Oregon, but I think a lot of that is colored by the fact that that's all my friends that I grew up playing with and all the courses that I played for years. So not a knock against North Carolina at all, but I would say I guess I would choose Oregon just because of all the nostalgia and all the people that I already know. But North Carolina is fantastic too, and there's a really vibrant community here. So many people playing, lots of courses. So I really can't complain either way.
All right. Are the courses in North Carolina really as wooded as they seem? Like all of them?
Most of them, yeah. Sometimes they can feel oppressively wooded, which is kind of annoying because you don't get to throw destroyers, and we all like throwing destroyers. But there are some open ones, and the best courses, are going to have a mix. So North Carolina definitely has some of those.
Cool. The next question is from DG Before Breakfast. How many flips of the putter until it's primed to go in the basket?
I've had this question before. It's really situational. It depends mostly on how important the putt is. So it kind of ramps up, quick tap in, maybe just one, up to as many as maybe 15. I think I counted on a playoff victory that I had last year. When I went back and watched the video, I think I went up as high as 15, and I can't even guarantee if that's the most I've ever done. So the more I want it, the more flips it'll take.
Do you count it while you're doing it? Do you count like 1, 2, 3, 4? Or do you just go?
No, definitely not. I just all I'm doing is like when I'm doing it, generally I'm looking down and I'm just sort of like getting my breathing in a rhythm and just sort of like, okay, this is a putt, you're gonna make it, that kind of thing. Like make sure to get it high enough, whatever my mantra is for that day that's been working. So I'm just kind of talking to myself in my head and getting ready, and then by the time I kind of look up, I'm pretty much done flipping the disc. It's just something that I'm doing while my hands are idle.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't record last time, so we're redoing it.
Oh, we got to edit that out. Cut that part out.
What's up, Bree?
Oh, you guys could hear us?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
She's here too. She's ready to answer anything you guys have.
Ask her how much she misses you when you're touring.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Bree?
So much.
Yeah. The most.
Awesome.
Nice. Now that you're almost done with your first year of touring full time, how do you feel about it? Is the road warrior lifestyle for you, or would you rather stay closer to home?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I would rather stay closer to home, but you can't play the tournaments that I want to be playing if you do that. So I wouldn't say that I'm just loving the road warrior lifestyle like I'd want to do it for years and years and years, but it is fun to get that opportunity to play against the top-notch competition and be in the field for all the biggest tournaments. But ideally, I would like to be at home a little bit more for sure.
The second part of that one was, do you think you're going to do it again next year?
Yeah, I will.
Awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
The disc golf world is excited about that.
Yeah,
Good.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Poke It with Sticks wants to know, what do you do when breaking down a course for a tournament? Do you just play it a lot? Do you walk it backwards, throw multiple lines on each hole, throw different discs? What do you do?
I would say mostly play, and I'll just kind of throw as many shots as it takes till I've got figured out a good shot or what I feel like is a good shot on that hole. A lot of times that'll be in the first few shots because most holes are fairly straightforward. Every once in a while you'll get sort of a nuanced design or shape to a hole that's a little bit trickier, and you have to kind of figure out what line and what disc you're going to throw. But I've never been someone who's walked the course backwards or anything like that. I could see the benefit, but I've never done it. Sometimes I'll walk a course if I'm short on time, if I'm not going to be able to play the whole round or something like that. But mostly it's just get out there and throw, read the distances, figure out where I'm going to throw a fast driver, where I can get away with throwing a fairway driver, that kind of thing.
Might be a good time to talk about USDGC right now. Have you started prep for that, or?
Sure. Mostly just kind of mental. I've done a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've been out to the field, probably soccer fields near my house, probably 3 times in the last week or two, when it hasn't been raining, to get out there and test. Like one day I brought a bag full of only distance drivers, one day a bag of only fairway drivers, one day a bag of only mid-ranges, just to kind of reevaluate where the discs that have been in my bag are really at, because I've been throwing them on courses a lot, but we really don't get that much opportunity to go to a field while we've been out on the road. So I kind of wanted to like reintroduce myself to some of my discs and see what they would do with a little bit more power, or when I'm trying to throw them on different lines than I usually do, to kind of reset my bag a little bit for the USDGC, so I can really trust the stability of my discs out there, because that's pretty much the number one thing for me out there, is being able to trust that I can throw a disc hard and it's going to hook up, whether backhand or forehand, or it's going to flip. Either way, I have to know that it's going to do it, because there's so much out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure. So how many days are you giving yourself on the course to practice?
3. I'll be practicing on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday.
Okay.
The course is closed, unfortunately, on Friday and Monday. Closed for the U.S. doubles on Friday and for the Monday qualifying on Monday. Otherwise, I'd probably practice all 5 days. I'm going to get there on Friday.
Okay. So it looks like they made some changes out there as well?
Yeah, I've seen a few. I haven't, not in person, obviously, but I saw that they added a couple things, some hazards on hole 1, a new Mando on 5. I saw hole 14 had an elevated basket now. Hole 9 looked a little bit different where the ropes were going to be. But yeah, and maybe some new pin positions as well.
I think 17 has a drop zone, like after your soul is crushed.
Yeah, I think you have to go out of bounds 5 times, so I don't think I'll be needing it.
Wow. So
nobody thinks they will.
Yeah.
Any of those changes going to change the way you play the hole?
What'd you say?
Any of those changes are going to change it up from last year for you, or are they material at all?
Let me see. I mean, I'll have to see them, but my gut feeling is no. I was already going over the water on number 5. Hole 1 with the hazards, I really don't think you can think about it. You just got to throw it down there and hopefully not go in the hazards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're going to be really tight to the basket, like I would guess 20 feet or less from the basket on the left and the right. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, hole 9 may be a little bit different, because it looked like the shape of the ropes was different, so that possibly could be a different strategy. It looked like maybe there'd be an opportunity to go a little bit more aggressive off the tee, but I can't tell that from just looking at the caddy book.
Gotcha. Okay.
I would like to go for hole 10. I always say that. I always want to go for the eagle on hole 10, and then I usually end up just thinking this is too easy of a birdie to give away going for eagle.
Yeah.
But I might try to mix it up. Maybe I'll force myself to go for it at least once this year. I don't know.
Is that the one where it's like 450 to the pin, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally reachable. It's just, you really do have to throw a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to see how easy it is for me to get up and down from the drop zone. I think the drop zone's like 330. If I can reach it with a forehand and feel comfortable, then I might go for it and just count on being able to get up and down, and hopefully take, at worst, maybe a 5 if I miss my putt.
Uh-huh.
But hopefully I get a 2 or maybe a couple of 2s if I'm going for it all week.
Right on. All right. Next question, A.
All right. So Independent asks, in an interview you said you had your students practice with R Pro darts for 6 weeks. Aside from putting drills, what did you have them doing?
Everything you can do with the disc, pretty much. We did putting with them early on. We talked about push putting and a little bit about spin putting and how to kind of generate a little bit more force with a jump putt or whatever. But then I have them do both backhand and forehand. You got to learn the hyzer, the flat shot, and the anhyzer with both of those throws. So basically 6 different throwing styles, if you will. And so they would learn all of those, and then I would set up increasingly more difficult temporary courses in this big kind of tree-filled field with bike paths and stuff through the campus. That was a really great space for that, because I could kind of make the holes anywhere from probably 100 feet for some of the short ones at the beginning till later. I would probably throw in maybe like a 400-foot hole and call it a par 4 with the darts.
Cool. He follows that up and asks what sort of drills you have for practicing upshots and shorter drives.
There's a few things you can do. I like going to a soccer field and using the soccer goal as something to aim at to sort of give you some feedback. So you can go out to a certain distance and just try to throw it in the goal, and that will help you with your accuracy and your consistency. The drill that I also had my students at my Oregon State Beavers disc golf team do is I would use cones to make like a bullseye around the basket, and from different distances, you'd award like 3 points for really close, 2 points for in the medium ring, and 1 point for the outer ring. So you can throw up shots into there and then walk up and kind of give yourself a score and go back and see if you can beat it. Go against a friend, whatever it takes to make it interesting.
Cool. Nice. I like that one.
Did you enjoy teaching? Was that something you actually, want to do maybe after you're done playing, or was that just sort of a whenever you can't throw, you can still go talk about disc golf?
I definitely enjoyed it. It was really fun. I made a lot of friends, actually, of my students, that they would join the team. So a lot of them I still keep in touch with. Or when I was in Oregon, we would hang out in a non-disc golf setting. Mm-hmm. So it was really fun. I met lots of students. I don't know how many people I taught, but certainly somewhere between 500 and 1,000, I would think. So it was quite a few years of teaching classes. I think I taught there for about 4 years, and I would usually be teaching 2 disc golf classes. Disc golf course is kind of a confusing way to say it. 2 disc golf classes at a time, and then along with hiking class, ultimate frisbee, and fitness walking. So it was a fun job, good part-time job for sure. And I don't think I'll go back into teaching like physical education stuff again, because at the level, at the level I was doing it, it's not a high-paying thing really. It's just kind of a part-time type of situation. But I have thought about maybe doing like a high school science teaching or something after disc golf's winding down, because you can get my undergrad is environmental science, and you can get the master's in teaching in like 18 months. So that's something I've looked into, because I did enjoy teaching quite a bit.
Cool. Were most of your students already disc golfers, or were they people looking to get into the sport, or just looking to take another class?
I would say most of them you would not describe as disc golfers. They may have tried it before, but and in the way that this audience that we're talking to now thinks of a disc golfer, most of them are not disc golfers.
Okay.
Like I would say the majority, maybe half of them owned discs, and the other half didn't have any discs and didn't buy any discs either. They would just use the dart the whole time, which made it tough on them when we got to the class tournament, but so be it.
Man, that's crazy. Can you imagine getting like lessons from a top 10 tennis player and like not having played tennis before?
You got to start from a pretty basic place for sure. Like I had students that were like, I just got here from China 3 days ago. Here, what's college like? And I'd be like, here's a frisbee, and they're like, what is this? So it was the whole thing. I remember one guy, he got kind of good, and I was telling him he's the number 1 disc golfer in China. Because I don't think I mean, I guess they have some manufacturers now, but I said he's got a good shot of being number 1.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And if you can be the number 1 Chinese guy at anything, that's pretty awesm. With a 1.4 billion or whatever there are, that's like, that's tough to be number 1 at anything, because there's so many Chinese that they're bound to have somebody great at almost everything.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I guess I've got a quick question for you, Nate. Were you involved with the Oregon State Ultimate team at all?
Yeah, when I was in school, I was on the team. Before I played disc golf, I played Ultimate. So when I was a freshman, I was like pretty heavy into Ultimate, and I was doing tournaments with the traveling. I made it on the A team, and I was doing tournaments. I think I've been to like all over the West Coast. Las Vegas a couple times, Austin, Texas. We did a tournament in Georgia.
High Tide?
I don't remember what it was called. I know there was like 50 college teams there, and it was somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, that sounds right. I've been there a few times.
Yeah, so I used to do that. Like for the first two or 3 years of college, I was pretty into that. And then as I was doing that, I was also playing disc golf, and I was starting to get pretty good at that. So eventually my focus kind of shifted, because Ultimate was kind of like the better I got, the more money it cost me, and disc golf was sort of the opposite. So that was nice, where I was starting to like pay my rent playing disc golf, and that was pretty exciting, being like a 19, 20-year-old kid and just kind of at first living on my own. I was getting tournament payouts that were covering what was really cheap rent back then, because I had roommates, and I don't know. So I kind of shifted away. I was getting a couple injuries and whatever. But yeah, I played Ultimate quite a bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely know the one of the reasons I started playing disc golf was so I could throw my discs and then walk after them.
Yeah.
So.
Running's overrated.
Yeah.
And was it your parents played Ultimate, or I have
Yep.
the impression that you're from a Frisbee family.
Yeah, that's true. My parents played Ultimate competitively in the 80s. I'm told I was like on the sidelines at tournaments, like at 2 years old, throwing forehands. So
Yeah, sounds right.
I don't know. I mean, I remember my dad said I couldn't play organized Ultimate till I weighed 100 pounds. So I can remember trying to pack on the weight, get up to 100, so I could get in some leagues back when I was a kid.
That's hilarious, man. Did your mom play Worlds last year? Did somebody said that? Is that true?
What?
Somebody said your mom played Worlds last year.
Oh yeah, or my disc golf, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, my stepmom won the Worlds.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, she won more money than me. I got 15th, I think, at the Portland Worlds, and she got first in the 60-year-old senior grands.
That's so cool, man.
So she won more money than me. Her biggest check ever for disc golf, like $800. So yeah, and she has two amateur world.
Wow.
Dang.
Must be the Grandmasters, probably. I think she has two. But yeah, now she had the Pro World title until she didn't try to go to defend it at Pennsylvania, but she's not like a heavy tournament player, but she's pretty good.
So did you get her into
Clearly.
disc golf, or did they get you into disc golf?
I would say my dad and I were the first ones to really start playing, but it wasn't that long until my stepmom and my younger brother were playing too. My dad and my stepmom and I, our PDGA numbers are like sequential, like they were all bought the same day.
Uh-huh.
And then my brother's is like maybe a year later.
Wow. So he's 1,000 rated too?
Yeah, I think he might be 1,000 right now. He doesn't play very much, so like one tournament changes his rating like 10 points. So it's hard to keep up with where he's at, but he's right on that level. He's a that's how good he is. He's a 1,000 rated player.
Cool. He still lives in Oregon?
Yep. He's a chemical engineer.
Oh, right on.
Wow. Now, did he get Dion into disc golf, or was that you?
It was both of us, but Dion was his friend first because they're the same age.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was like we both did it. But yeah, Dion would come over to our house all the time back when we were in high school, play video games, and then we would take him out. He used to be way worse than both of us. He's still obviously way worse than me, but but yeah, we taught him and showed him some stuff, and yeah, it was really fun. I've traveled to tons of tournaments with Dion, and then also some with my brother, a lot with my brother too. But Dion was kind of more of a road warrior there for a little while. Now he's working at the credit union. He's a family man. His wife is expecting around Christmas, I think, their first kid.
Oh, cool.
Aw. Congrats to them.
That's Dion Arlen, for the people who don't know. And
Yeah.
Dion throws real far.
He does.
Yeah, he does. He won that world distance contest. I think I can't remember what year, 2010 or something. He went down to that desert contest and he won. So he's technically a world distance champion for 1 year.
Oh, that's awesome. I saw him at an End of the Trail Classic one year, and he just stepped up and crushed it. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, he's quick. He has like a lot of background in karate, so I think that helped him with his explosive power. He's a skinny guy, but he's very quick.
Yeah, kind of Will Schustericky.
Yeah, he is. Very similar body.
Yeah. We got any more questions, Anthony?
The last one was USDGC, but we already covered that.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Fair enough.
Nate.
Let Nate go pick up his caddy.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome, man. Well, best of luck at USDGC, Nate.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, tear it up.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show.
All right, sure
For the
thing.
first time.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Fresh new experience.
All right, man. We'll catch you around.
Thanks,
All
Nate.
right.
Thanks,
ya.
Nate.
And yeah, let's get to our topics, Anthony. What's the first one up?
First, Hannah Leatherman won the U.S. Women's Disc Golf Championship, and aside
PA
from,
represent.
I'm
Where's she
pretty
from?
sure aside, is she?
Yeah, Sellersville, PA. I lived like 45 minutes from her when I was in PA.
How about that? Kind of
I'm
a
gonna-
underdog right there, you know? I didn't.
Yeah,
Dark
I'm pretty
horse.
sure only her and like her friends and family thought she was going to win that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty incredible. Did you guys watch the footage or no?
I have not yet.
I haven't got to it yet. I've only seen the
I
first
watched
couple
the
rounds.
18th hole. That was about it.
Yeah,
where
same here.
everyone kind of just had below, below average shots, and hers was just like the least below average, and she ended up taking it.
Gotcha. Not gonna lie,
That's about the only way.
I have a hard time watching non-commentated disc golf. So
I'd agree.
I wonder why.
yeah, I don't know.
Ian just commentates over it while he watches.
It'd probably actually be like more fun that way, but I wouldn't know what I was talking about. That's pretty cool.
Like that you do the rest of the time.
Yeah. So did Paige get second or what?
She did.
Katrina Allen got second.
Was it?
I'll look it up. I thought Katrina Allen got second.
Look at us being informed.
We are so prepared.
And that makes sense. I haven't seen Paige come up yet, and I'm through the second round. So,
Paige,
as
Paige
far as
got
I've
second.
seen,
Pretty sure
They
she wasn't
tied.
there.
Paige and Katrina tied for second.
There you go.
There
One
we go.
stroke back of Hannah, and then Val got fourth.
That's tight.
Stroke back, and then Sarah Hokum got fifth. One stroke back of them. Yeah,
Sarah Hokum is really coming back on the scene, man.
she's doing really well.
Yeah, she dropped off for about a year there when she was with Prodigy. And what I was hearing, they just didn't really have anything stable enough for her. She's like a big Firebird thrower, you know? With that,
she's like exclusively sidearm. So
that
makes
really
sense.
torquey forehand. And she got back with Legacy and that mixed bag, and she's been tearing it up.
I don't know if they've got this stable enough for Will Schusterich.
Well, now they do, but they didn't always, you know?
That's true. I guess did she leave before they had the H1 and the X1?
I think it was somewhere around there, yeah, maybe slightly
Okay.
before. But yeah, she's
That
been
would
killing
make
it.
sense. That's
Super nice. Her and Don are really cool. But
That's really cool. The top five of them finished within 3 strokes of each other.
that's wild, man.
It's pretty tight.
And I heard Paige is going to try to qualify for the USDGC. You guys see that?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if she makes it.
Ah, man, she throws farther
she
than.
won the performance flight.
She won it last year.
Yeah, super impressive.
So is performance flight like handicap based?
Yeah, exactly.
Not everyone's playing
Yeah.
the same par.
Based on your rating.
Yeah, your
Okay.
rating gets you strokes, basically.
And Paige's, she could totally do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think she's
Well,
going to
she
try to
won
play
last
the open.
year despite having the highest rating,
Yeah,
Mhm.
which effectively gave her the lowest par.
yeah.
Dang.
I think she's going to try to qualify for open this year.
Yep.
There's like a Monday event you can try to, if you get, I think it's a certain top 2 or 3 or something like that you get in. Do you guys know?
Yeah, I have a couple friends who are road tripping down from Mass, and if you I think it's top 3, then you get to play in the actual USDGC and Open.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I want to say Brody Miller was involved in like a tiebreaker to qualify at the end of it.
It's kind of funny when you can start your round, and if your round's sucking, you can just stop and then go start again, right?
What?
Yeah. Like if you get an 8 on a hole, you can just quit and then just go back to hole 1 and start playing again.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could do well in a tournament.
Huh.
If I just got a million mulligans.
Yeah. I think you have to get in line again or something like that. But yeah, it's something like that.
Interesting.
It's kind of a cool format. But there's that. What's up next, Anthony?
Well, right now for our disc golf news, we've got 2 AMAs going down. We've got Scott Stokely is taking questions, and he's going to make a video. I think he said October 7th, so just about a week. He's going to make a video. And then Chris Clemens, an actual R disc golfer, he won his first tournament. He's sponsored by Latitude 64. He's doing an AMA right now, and he's actually there answering questions right now. So if you have any questions for some pretty good golfers, there's your place to go.
That Scott Stokely one should be entertaining, man.
That will be one to watch.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that was an interesting message to get in mod mail. Hey guys, Scott Stokely.
Scott Stokely here.
Love to do an AMA. I was like, what?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he had like a picture with the blue hair and everything with like the little slip that said, "Hey, our disc golf, like I'd like to do an AA." So like it was legit. I was like, all right.
You should have just
I'm not
messed with
gonna-
him. Be like, I need more proof.
Yeah. Anyone could dye their hair blue for an AMA video.
I would like you to mail me a lock of your blue hair. The cool thing about that AMA is, he's not going to dodge questions, right?
Oh
Right.
no.
Oh,
Everything's getting answered with that one.
Man, he's an interesting guy.
100%, man. In a great way.
I passed him briefly with you at Beaver State Fling.
Yeah,
Just kind
yeah.
of walked by him, and I heard he shot the hot round for Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of congratulated him. And, man, like, he was smiling so big.
Yeah. That dude's tall, too, man.
Yes, he is. He's
Like-
got to be 6'6" or something.
Yeah, he's like big germ, big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that disc golf build, just tall and lanky.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
I think he's had
Unless
2
you're
world
Paul
records,
McBeth.
right? Like forehand and backhand.
I believe you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
He held the forehand one for a while too, I
The
think.
forehand wasn't broken until recently.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it with some like XL or some like small rim
Cyclone?
fairway driver.
Yeah.
Was it the Cyclone?
Yeah, I want to say it was a Cyclone.
I think the guy that broke it is actually going to be at the County Classic this weekend, which I'm going to film.
That guy is also a Redditor.
Yeah, it's Jason Cortella, I want to say is what his name is.
I think. Yeah, he also has the overhand record, right?
Yeah, dude crushes.
Oh, he just set that with a Triple X this year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Last year? Okay.
This year, last year, something like that. They haven't been back
Recently.
out, put it that way, right?
Yeah.
But, cool. What's up next?
People
dude?
throwing real far.
Yeah.
We've got the earlier today announced 2016 majors and NT schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this
so
I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I'll throw up a link in the actual posting of this so people can check it out so we don't have to go through the whole thing. But what did you guys think? Do you think there's going to be any big, controversial... which ones do you think we're going to hear about with complaints?
I think maybe just the glass blown and Worlds being at the same courses, possibly. I don't know.
I remember seeing the announcement and just thinking like, man, Uncle Bobby is going to get no sleep.
For real.
For 2 weeks.
He's going to be busy.
Yeah. But Kansas City Wide Open is back as an NT this year, which it hasn't been for a little while.
A lot of action for that area.
Yeah, for real, man. You got the KC Wide Open, the Glass Blown Open, Worlds. I don't think there's anything in Texas this year. Not seeing anything.
Yeah, there is World Amateur Doubles, if you want to count that.
Oh, yeah. Is that at the Sela Ranch thing?
It's in Talco, Texas. I'm not sure what courses that is, but probably.
Probably. That's where it's been the last couple of years. I've heard it's an awesome event. We got Masters Cup again, Beaver State Fling again. Alex and I will be there filming, doing our Central Coast Disc Golf
which
thing.
ones are you guys going to?
I've definitely want to hit up
people
Masters
care
Cup
about.
and Beaver State. Thinking about Memorial, it's not too far of a drive for me. But
Thinking about it.
yeah, it has a ton of coverage already.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I'm not sure the
It's
huge
'cause
value
it's the
add.
first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody comes out.
Mm-hmm. KC
Well,
Wide
I
Open
think-
could be interesting. I know we've got some Central Coast Disc Golf fans
Yeah.
out there. I
Yeah.
bet my buddy Brett might come crash at his place and film there.
Oh, what do you think
You guys
about the
come out from
team
Maple
disc
Hill,
golf?
crash with me.
Maple Hill would be just
Ah.
amazing, man. I really want to film that course. I want to
Hey,
play
you-
that course.
You guys can come
Right.
out by me and watch our leagues because we never get any good tournaments out here.
Yeah, for good
You can
reason.
watch a bunch of 900 rated golfers hit trees. Everybody loves that.
Oh man, flat
Little
golf,
reality
man.
TV.
Yeah, that just sounds like my life.
Yeah. And Brett Hambrick, also an NT, doesn't really get that much media coverage. So
No.
we'll see
For
what
the
that
last
looks like.
NT of the year. What about St. Jude? Are you guys going there? I don't know.
I might try to hit that one up. It's a busy time in between
Yeah.
Masters Cup at Beaver State Fling, and I actually just got contacted about going out to Montana for another tournament
Nice.
the week before Beaver State Fling. So thinking about doing that one too.
So
Oh,
you'll
the
be
Montana-
busy.
they
as well.
like you up there.
Yeah, I do, man. I like the Montana folk too, so it's mutual, man.
The Montana folk.
Mountain
Yeah,
man.
They're good peeps. Alex is headed out to Idaho.
That's right.
And what? It's not this weekend, but next weekend, Alex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
for the
guys just-
Farragut Open.
Do you just exclusively go to states where nobody wants to live? Is that like what you guys do? Montana. Where are you going next? Wyoming?
They have better disc golf courses than where you live, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay,
arguing with
Anthony.
that at all. We have one good course near me. I'm not going to argue that with anyone.
Yeah.
I've got like 5.
We just go where they have awesome TDs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Alex just filmed the ORDGC. Speaking of awesome TDs,
Dude, Jeff Haggerty is such a cool dude.
he's the man. I like that guy a lot.
Yeah. Brandon posted about it. He's helping us edit, and he posted about it on the ORDGC Facebook site.
Uh-huh.
Jeff said he wanted to tune in to see if the tears fill up the lake.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a lot of wet plastic during that tournament, man.
It's so tough.
Was it windy? Rainy?
It was surprisingly calm. There were a lot of people mentioning that it was the most like stagnant that they'd ever seen that place.
Huh. It's in the gorge, which is windy.
I mean, yeah, even considering that, I think only 3 people finished the tournament under par.
Wow.
It's like real golf.
It is like real golf. It's like the real golf masters.
Yeah. Cool though.
Yeah. Other than that, though, it looks like the normal lineup for NT. There's no Japan Open or Australian Open this year.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that's got replaced by something in Vancouver. Is that what somebody was saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So they've got that up there, and it says Vancouver area. All right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know much about this, but I tried to look for disc golf courses in the act of like planning an NHL trip last year.
Yeah.
And there was not much around Vancouver. It was a lot of like 9-hole stuff, and there was one was closed in the wintertime. Maybe it's out there. But there is, if you take a ferry, there is like a disc golf island that you have to get to by boat.
Really?
And maybe
I've
it's
heard
out
about
there.
that.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that sounds pretty sweet.
That does sound pretty cool. Vancouver's beautiful, man. So
yes.
That should be pretty cool. I just noticed the Tim Selinsky U.S. Masters Disc Golf Championships is in Stockton, California.
Mm-hmm.
So I might try to hit that up. It's decently close. About a 5-hour drive for me, something like that. So,
man, you're never going to be home.
I will never be home. My wife is a saint. Yes. So, someone on DGCR said I should start up a Patreon for my wife. I texted her a picture of that, and that guy got me mad points. So I appreciate that, dude.
Nice.
Good looking out right there. But cool. I think that's
awesome.
it for that. Someone also pointed out the Beaver State Fling and then Vibram are the 2 NTs that are back to back, separated by 2 weeks, and that's kind of a long drive
Yeah.
for some people. But
There's gonna be I can foresee it now. There will be some Facebook status updates and some tweets about that.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, but they all love Maple Hill, so you know they'll be out here.
Yeah, they will,
Yep.
man. Oh, that course looks absolutely amazing. Have you played it, Eric?
Oh yeah, I played it last weekend.
Ah, you jerk.
I go out there like once a month, you know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe sometimes multiple times.
How far is it from you?
It's like an hour 15-ish, depending on traffic.
Okay.
But playing golds there, and then you look at your scorecard, and you think about how Paul McBeth shot 30 strokes better than you, and you're like, how?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Milo goes.
Yeah. True enough.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. And I think go ahead.
I still count my strokes to 39 whenever I go and play just like a casual round. I think about his round at the Memorial, that 1132 rated. It's like
1139.
it was 1132. Unless Innova stamped all their discs wrong.
You're probably right.
But I always think about that when I get to like hole 12 at my local just bad course and think he just finished an entire round at an NT, and I'm like sitting 3 over on hole 12 right now at a par 54.
Gotta love it, man.
Anytime I get 4 strokes somewhere, I'm like, Paul McBeth finished Blue Lakes hole 17 by now.
Yeah. A stroke ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right, what's up next, Anthony?
We've got a boatload of questions.
Okay.
So we'll just dive right into it.
Okay.
First one is from the Bilb Ono. What in your opinion? What in your opinion is the most underrated disc on the market?
Okay. I'm going first. I'm gonna go with the Sidewinder. So it's like an understable fairway driver. When I was a 1-disc chucker, that was my disc. Nate Sexton throws it, so it's a pretty cool disc right there. But I don't see it in a ton of pro bags. It's great for backhand rollers, big sky annies, and I'll always have one in my bag, even though I lose them all the time.
It's always a different one.
Yeah, it's always a different one. But what do you got, Alex?
I feel like the AVR putt and approach deserves more love. Like, nobody has just the AVR putt and approach in their bag, Like, if it's a pro, they've got like a KC Pro AVR or a Mick Pro AVR. There's always something like that classic AVR. The putt approach does like everything that I need out of a putter. It's great. It's nice to
Does
get
Philo putt with those, or does he putt with classic AVRs?
I think it does a classic AVR.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you can find the putt and approach in DX plastic for like $6 at like any store. They're everywhere. It'd be so easy to replace them.
But you can get a groove for only like double that. Why?
Yeah, the champion groove.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Everybody needs
Yeah,
it.
here.
Yeah, save your answer for your turn.
Sorry.
How about you, Eric?
I'm probably gonna have to go with the Discmania FD, and for people who are more into disc golf and like they know all the manufacturers, I'd say the FD is a fairly popular disc. But for the majority of disc golfers who probably have barely even heard of Discmania, a lot of them could probably benefit from throwing an FD. And that's not saying that it's just a beginner disc. It's also great if you can throw far because you can power it down, get a straight line, and it's ridiculously glidey.
It's like a leopard?
Ridiculously glidey.
Or...
It's like a better leopard, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Huh.
It does everything a leopard does except better.
I just got one. I haven't thrown it yet, but I want to try it out.
It's also important with Discmania, particularly, that they're very good at saying what the different runs of that particular disc do. So what your FD does will be pretty dependent on what run it was from.
I like that about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
I bought the Sexton. What is it? It's the DD1, I think.
DD, yeah.
Yeah.
DD, yeah.
And it had online, like it tells you that like the orange disc has a bit more of a dome and it's a little more glidey, and like the yellow one is more flat and it's more stable. I appreciate that.
It's almost like embracing the inconsistency of disc golf discs. You know, they are. So you might as well, recognize it and I don't know. That's
and
kinda,
market
that's
it,
cool.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. Really cool. All right, Anthony, tell us about the groove.
You know what, man? Everybody needs something to eat their cereal out of every morning. It's a great disc.
Right.
I'm actually going to change my answer. I'm going to go with the Pro Discus Sparta.
What?
Never even heard of that.
Yeah. It is... I'm going to go on record right now and say it is the straightest flying disc on the market.
Have you thrown a Nova?
Yeah, I've thrown it right into a bunch of trees.
Does it go farther than a Nova, or?
For me, it does.
Like, is it a putter? Is it a mid? Is it a fairway?
It's a putter. Yeah, it's very similar to a Nova, except without the junky overmold.
The awesome overmold.
It's similar.
Good defense, guys.
I've heard it's similar to the Legacy Hunter, but I've never thrown one of those, so obviously the Sparta's better. But it's awesome. It'll handle winds, but it doesn't fade. It's weird. It truly is like a 0-turn, 0-fade disc.
Do you have a review on your channel of it?
I do.
You do?
As a matter of fact, yes.
You should put up an annotation right now so people can go watch that.
I think the dart might be 0-turn, 0-fade.
The dart's a -1, isn't it?
Nope. 0-0.
Well,
but I do find that it definitely, when it slows down, does fade.
Yeah.
As most discs do.
Yeah. I didn't mean the Sparta was rated 0-0. I mean it flies like that. I'm not sure what the actual numbers are. It flies like a Nova when Paul Macbeth throws it.
Yeah.
A Nova when anyone else throws it is completely different.
Yeah. I've never thought.
But it flies like that for everybody.
Yeah, true.
I'm actually holding a Paul Macbeth Nova as we speak, and it is sweet.
Are you just dreaming about him?
Just imagining throwing 300-foot laser beams with it. And by 300-foot laser beams, I mean 100-foot, like, worm-burning Annies into the ground.
Nice, dude. All right, Anthony, next question, dude.
All right. Fender Guy 13 asks, for mids, do we prefer multiple molds or one mold in different stages of wear?
Okay, I'm going first again. I am a multiple mold guy. I like to, I just like to be able to replace them easily. So, that's my answer.
Makes sense.
Good for
You're
you.
wrong, but it makes sense.
I thought I'd lose mids. I think I'd lose mids less than anything else. But yeah.
I lost so many MD3s when I threw them. Ridiculous.
That's 'cause you're
On
bad.
purpose?
No comment.
What about you, Alex?
I use just the one mold. Used to be Maces. Used to be Truths a bit back. And then I went to Maces. And the only reason I did that is because I really liked the way that my Mace flew. It was nice and, had a predictable finish to it. And then trying to drive an upshot uphill at my local course, I shanked it into a nearby basket and
Brown ace.
put this
Almost.
big ol' divot in the side of the thing.
Uh-huh.
And then it went just like perfectly straight and like faded to the right. So I had to get a new one, but then I had this other one that was just perfect for like straight to slight turnovers.
Gotcha.
So now that's my life.
So what are you using now? Still the mace?
I normally have the mace because I keep it in my bag for like when I go play during or after work, but my big boy bag is full of Rock 3s now.
Ooh.
But what
Good
have you
man.
been trying out recently?
All right, I tried out your MD3.
And
It sucked.
no, let him answer. Let him answer. Let him do it.
It was perfectly adequate. I think I like the way of the
He
Rock
said
3 feels in my hand
He
better.
said it was perfect.
Okay, all right,
It was followed by a bunch of jumbled letters, but he said it was perfect.
sure,
Everyone heard it.
all right. What were we even answering? Your turn, Eric.
Yep.
Okay, so I am a single mold plus a gator, so I guess 2 molds. But if I could find a Rock 3 that flew like a gator, that'd be pretty sweet.
Paul Macbeth
yeah.
has one.
All's got
Yeah,
some.
they exist.
Yeah, the only one.
Yeah.
That Firebird Rock 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got 2 champs, 2 McPros, and a flat top gator. And I was actually in Marshall Street not too long ago, looking through the X-outs, and found a double McSexy stamped Rock 3
Ooh.
that I am now throwing, which is pretty awesome, and honestly might be one of the only ones ever.
I can see that.
So, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I also yanked it out of my buddy's hand in a fit of disc golf nerd rage, but that's beside the point.
Cool. What about you, Anthony?
Oh, I don't really throw mid-ranges. I've never found one that I liked. No, I used to be like you, Ian. I used to be the multiple molds guy, and then I found the wonder that is the Rock 3, and I fell in love with it. And then I found the better Rock 3, which is called the MD3. And now that's it. Every once in a while, I'll throw a Justice in there if it's like super, super windy, but that's very, very rare.
Gotcha. I'll clarify my molds. I throw Comet to go right, MD3 for straight, and I got a drone to go left. Backhand, obviously. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. What's up next, dude?
This is from my buddy Alec. He wants to know, what are your thoughts on people who drink beer on the course, and then also what's everyone's favorite beer?
I'm
As I open a beer.
I'm gluten intolerant, so I don't really drink beer. But I like a good cider.
It's not real.
They have gluten-free beers. I've had them.
When I used to drink beer, I really liked a Hefeweizen. Widmer Hefeweizen.
solid.
That was my favorite beer.
Sounds like there's weed in a Hefeweizen.
It was like the worst beer I could have possibly drank.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's like the weediest beer possible.
Yeah, that was especially smart of me. And drinking on the course, I don't really care. I don't drink on the course, though. I drink coffee before a round because it makes me better. Just so you kids know, caffeine is a performance-enhancing drug. They've done studies.
It is.
So if you want to play a
everything
little bit
before
better, have a cup of Joe or something. But
Just mainline espresso, you'll be great.
yeah, I don't like when people get like sloppy drunk and they just start rambling. That gets pretty annoying. But as long as you pick up your beer, I don't care that much.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the big thing is you know when you see people on the course that they're probably just there to get drunk with their 6 people,
Yeah.
5 discs, 3 vapes, and 25 beers.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
And that's not it's not exactly what you want to be putting forth as the image for your course or for disc golf. But for every person who's doing that, there are 10 people who are drinking responsibly just fine. So, I personally usually don't drink on the course unless it's a very casual sort of outing. But because I am terrible, absolutely awful, more so than usual, if if I'm drinking or under the influence of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, drunk disc golfing sounds bad. Like, that's not how I'd want to play. But I'd be totally open to, you're out there, it's a warm, hot day, sun's beating down on you, and I don't have the pack to, pull out a cold one. But if I was in the right place, Blue Lake looks professional enough that it could have a golf cart that drove around and offered cold beer.
Word.
It doesn't, but if it did, I'm sure I'd have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, are you old enough to drink yet?
You know what? Hey, I am old enough. I'm just not nearly as old as you three. You guys are like grandpas.
Yeah.
What? I'm 23.
All right,
Ish.
fine. You two are grandpas. You're 23-ish?
I'm almost 24.
All right, so you're 24.
Basically ancient.
So,
Alex, how old are you now?
I just turned 19.
Wow, again?
I'm 27.
27.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 34 on Saturday.
Wow, getting up there.
Yeah.
You are old.
What is it, your AARP card? Did you get that in the mail yet?
I can play Senior Grandmasters after Saturday, man. Pretty stoked. I'm a crush.
Oh, I think we actually forgot to answer part of the question was what are our favorite beers?
Oh, yeah.
So obviously Ian is going to say nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
And I think my personal favorite is a beer called Sweet Action by 6 Point Brewing. Super good. Kind of a strange beer. A little hoppy, sort of ale-y. A lot going on, but it's really good.
I'm gonna say Boneyard's Hop Venom. It's a Imperial IPA. But it's more smooth than you would think. It's really good.
I don't really have a favorite. I just really like the dark stuff, like porters and stouts and stuff. Anything like that that's nice and smooth. That's where I'm going.
I also did have some Heady Topper last weekend while I was in Vermont, and that was amazing.
How was the Nate Doss beer?
It was good. It was definitely good. From what I heard, it was better than last year's, but I didn't have last year's, so I can't give a personal opinion. It was a session IPA, so I'd say it was definitely above average as those go. A very drinkable, a little bit hoppy type beer, but I enjoyed it.
Nice.
All right.
Cool. What's up next, dude?
R3Q. What is the fastest way to teach someone to throw 250 feet? If we were limited to 5 discs for a tournament, what would they be?
2 separate questions?
2 separate questions.
Yes.
Okay. Eric, why don't you take the form question?
All right. So I would say that it is perfectly possible to throw 250 feet as long as you are not rounding, which means you're reaching back away from your body and pulling a straight line through your pull through to your chest and then releasing. And anyone should be able to throw more than 250 feet, but at least 250 feet just by doing that alone.
Mm-hmm.
Without even involving your hips or even bracing properly or any other sort of nuanced form, anything sort of like that, is that as long as you're not rounding, you should be able to throw 250 feet with a mid-range.
Yeah, that's a good
Sounds
caveat right there. Not going to happen with a Firebird.
Well, I mean, you can throw 250 feet with a destroyer if your form's terrible. But
if you're
250 feet on a golf line on a straight shot or a straight to fade type shot, you could do that with a mid-range as long as you're not rounding.
Yeah. I like that. 5. Skip ahead to the 5.
Yeah,
5
discs for a tournament. He originally asked for 10, but I figured that would take way too long.
That would take.
So really,
too long.
if you had to go with like a super simplistic bag, what would you do?
So I'm gonna go Ion, Drone, T-Bird, Sidewinder, and Destroyer.
A drone.
Yeah.
For your only mid-range.
Yeah, I feel like I could throw the ion if I needed to throw something straight.
Ion is a mid-range.
It's like almost mid-range, and
Mm-hmm.
and my drone, I can do fun things with it.
All right.
Yeah. Alex?
Yeah, I also use an ion. Love it. I putt with a Warden, upshot with the ion. Pretty much use both of those discs on every hole. And the other three, let's see, probably a Rock 3, an Escape, and Destroyer.
Dude, Escapes are sneaky long, man.
They are.
They're very far.
Yeah.
Firebird.
They go
Firebird
pretty far.
Instead of Destroyer. I take it back.
What's that?
Firebird instead of Destroyer.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really opens up my forehand game.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Your racquetball forehand.
It's good, man.
It is good.
Yeah.
Eric?
You know.
I do.
I guess it would definitely have to. It would vary based on the length of the course I was playing. But if I was just playing like a mixed course of, woods, fields, different distances, I'd probably go P2 since I putt with those. Probably a Champ Rock 3. My more stable FD, a Firebird, and probably a PD2.
Huh. Not a Destroyer.
Wow.
Well, because what I was thinking is that it's probably, even right now...
I just throw so hard.
It'd probably be smarter for me to throw an FD on holes I throw a Destroyer on. So that might actually make me play better, and then I can have the PD2 in case I wander into anything ridiculous.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Anthony, what kind of a weird finished plastic are you going to throw?
Hey, only a couple.
Okay.
I'm going to go Warden, Sparta, MD3, Eagle, and then flat top Orc.
Eagle? You throw Eagles?
I do. I've been off and on with an Eagle for so long.
Huh.
I always throw it, and then it doesn't beat in fast enough, and I switch to something else. But then I don't like it because it's not an Eagle, so I switch back. But then it's bad.
You throw the X or the L?
X.
X, okay.
I should get an L, and then I could just throw Eagles for fairways.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I still have an FD in there for like those turning shots, but I don't know. I always never want to get rid of the FD. So
fair enough.
Pretty good disc.
Yeah.
My fairway drivers are always just in and out of my bag. Everything else is pretty solid. The fairway drivers change weekly almost.
I feel like I need to get an FD.
Yeah.
You
Didn't you get one in your
You
your shipment, Alex?
I probably did. I should have looked.
Good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. All right. Next question.
All right. I'm gonna guess that's Grable is boss. What course do you love to hate?
Of course, I love to hate. I always love going to play De La, but then I always hate myself after I play De La because it always kicks my ass. I'm always like, oh, I've gotten so good now. I'm gonna shoot great today, and then 10 over or something. I shot 7 over my last time out there, and that was like the best I've ever done. Like, it's hard. In the tournament layout, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I also hate Pinot Lake because it gave me poison oak last time I was there.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. That was not awesome. Alex.
I feel like I should hate Blue Lake because that OB just wrecks me. And if there wasn't so much OB, I'd shoot reasonably close to par. Yeah. But as it is, man, it's tough.
Sure is.
Did I tell you I ran into Jeff Haggerty, who was one of the co-designers on my way out of there last time?
Okay.
And I came over and talked to him, and he's like, "How'd your round go?" And I was like, "Oh, it went pretty well. I mean, for me, I shot plus 12, it's fine." And he got this sad look. He's like, "Oh, you should just come back with T-birds and rock threes and just shoot par, and then you can get fancy." And I give him a thumbs up and turn around, walk back to my car, and I'm like, "Man, there's no way I'm shooting par out here with just T-birds and rock threes."
Damn. Him and our buddy Corey Higdon shot 15 down at doubles or something like that.
So
What?
14 down.
Haggerty is real good.
Wow.
Haggerty's really good, and Corey is really good too.
Yeah.
Corey, did he get second at ORGC in advanced?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. second or third.
Second or first or third, one in there. That guy's cool. I like that guy.
That's crazy.
So anyway, answer should be Blue Lake because it is continually rough to me, but I do love it every time I play it. I'm going to say LL Stubb Stewart. If you've been out here, there's a course it's like halfway to the coast from here. I feel like you got to go like past Hornings and keep going. And I played there in a tournament last year that was triples, and I think we still finished like plus 10 or something ridiculous.
What?
Ouch. It is so densely wooded, and man, it's got to be 8-foot fairways, and then if you get a kick, you're off in some just like nastiness. I don't know how people shoot under par there. It doesn't seem possible.
Damn. Kirk?
I'm probably gonna say Buffinville Lake. It's not as well known by people outside of Mass, but it's a great course. That's probably a little bit farther from me than Maple, and it's a course I should shoot well on. There's a lot of holes where if you can throw far, then you're usually good to go. But there's a pretty decent amount of OB, and there's some shots where you have to lay up, and I'm always tempted to go for it and don't succeed, and yet I still try every time. But I love the course, and it's awesome, but I just cannot shoot well there.
Anthony?
I really don't have any specific course, but just anything that's sort of like what Alex was talking about, just those super tightly wooded, if your shot is off by half an inch, you're now 50 feet off into jail. Anything like that. I don't mind a couple holes like that, but if it's 18 holes of that, it's just not fun.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So like half of North Carolina, I guess.
It's nice people throw hard every once in a while,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's up next?
Hartman 74 or Hart Lady
that guy?
74. I don't know. He thinks he's funny, I guess.
He is funny.
Well, you're off the show. What type of? He's asked a whole bunch of questions. What type of bag do you carry?
I got a Ranger right now. I'm looking to get either an Octothorpe or a Voodoo.
Funny story about that.
Whoever-
I actually just ordered an Octothorpe.
You did?
Dude.
I did, and it's gonna be here like tomorrow.
Shut up,
So
dude.
excited.
Did you get the Rainfly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yet not.
You live in Massachusetts.
Once you're in that far. But man, how
Exactly.
that bag is so seductive.
Oh, man.
I'm so pumped. I still have to buy the bladder too, which makes it even bigger investment.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna be okay with it.
I've heard
I
it's
think
got
I
some
just
weight
roll
issues
with
with the bladder.
a hydro flask instead of the bladder. But
Well, the thing is, you can do both.
you could do both. It's true.
You can do both, which is probably what I'm gonna do. You can never have enough hydration.
Yeah. I also would like an Octothorpe. So hook it up, Levi.
Those are nice.
Whoever gives me one free first, that's what I'll be rocking. Alex, what do you got?
I've got a Grip A14, which doesn't have the huge bag or the larger putter pocket on top, but it's been great. I thought it was everything I needed in a bag until I saw the Octothorpe, and
That's exactly how I felt.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's been really good.
And Anthony,
Still looks pretty much like the day I got it.
do you not even have a backpack bag? Is that right? Do I remember this?
No, I have backpack straps.
Oh my god! So we decided this. Once I get my new bag, I'm gonna mail you my Ranger. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're so kind.
Yeah, because I feel
wow.
You guys are cute.
for everybody. Yeah.
So
if you see me posting on our disc golf that I got a new bag, you should be like, "Hey, dude, give me your bag."
I'm
So,
gonna start stalking you.
Yeah, do that, please.
From
All right.
half the
I'll-
country away.
I'll do a Kickstarter to get you an Octothorpe. And I won't even donate to it. I'll just start it.
It's
Let
entire.
other people buy you
Indiegogo.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice, man.
All right. He also wants to know what would we switch to given the option. Eric kind of just answered his.
Yeah.
Ian, you kind of just answered yours as well.
Yep.
Alex, it's pretty much you and I.
No, I'm also in Octothorpe camp.
Oh, that,
It's
well,
pretty
I
much
guess.
the best bag.
Should I just go with the Octothorpe then, and we
Yeah.
can just move on? All right,
Just blindly
Octothorpe.
follow us, Anthony. It's okay.
Yep. You
I-
guys got it.
Well, I do have to say, let me plug Dion's Simeon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Gorilla Boy Simeon was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Being
As-
able to sit on it, and it's got all these dividers in it. Like we went out and we just threw our disc all over the field, right? And then I'm walking out there and picking everything up and putting them in my bag, being like, does that look right? Like, did I pick up everything? And he can just look at his bag and be like, oh, I'm missing this one because that divider's open.
Yeah.
So made it real easy.
Did you put that review video up yet?
No, it's on the G Drive.
Oh, so we can just post it whenever?
Yep.
Oh, we should do that.
We probably should.
Yeah. Okay.
So the only gripe that I would have with that bag is just the amount of discs that you can fit in it.
It holds 20-something.
Do you realize the idea of having a bag is to carry discs, right?
More than 20-something? Are you Dave Feldberg?
Yes.
Or Steve
you're
Rico?
Not Dave Feldberg.
Yes. I need like 50 discs to play 18 holes.
Yeah. Steve
Discs
Rico
are
finally got a
one-time
backpack
use.
bag.
Did he?
Yeah. It's like it starts with an H, but I can't remember the name.
Was it a Jansport?
It's not freaking Jansport, dude. I was talking to him, and the guy's like, "Oh, he's like, I'll hook you up, man." And Steve's like, "Nah, dude, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it." He's like, "Everybody hits me up for free shit. I don't want to do that to you."
Oh,
I thought that was pretty cool of him.
yeah.
So
Rico's
everyone
a
go
pretty
hit
guy.
up Steve Rico for free shit.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yes, he would love that.
Everyone
I wish
fit
him the best of
in.
luck.
Tell him Ian sent you.
Yeah, no, or don't, or you could not. Do it. All right, what's up next from Jason?
All right.
His final question: what style of course do you most enjoy? Pretty easy answer. I'm gonna guess everyone's just gonna say a mix.
Yeah.
Wooded,
Let me
open,
throw a wicked
long-
fire.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta bring a bowl at Chowder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me throw a wicked fire.
Yep. I think that's all our answers.
Outdrives the 600 feet holes.
Whatever course is the most like Milo.
Yeah. It can't be too open, right?
Yeah.
Because part of the interesting part of disc golf is that your disc also can be manipulated left and right.
Exactly.
Wait, you mean you guys play where there's trees?
Yeah.
What do those look like?
Yeah.
I'm in the land of trees.
It's like really
Does
tall
that-
grass, Anthony.
Does that make it like easier or something so you know where to throw it?
I'll be totally honest. Yes. Like there's this hole at my home course at Borderland in Easton where it's literally just 430 feet in an open field with it's a football field basically, but longer. And all I've got to do is throw 430 feet, put it in the circle, and putt. And for some
that sounds
reason,
easy.
I've done it. I've parked it. But there's another hole that's like longer and has like a 5-foot fairway that I get birdie or par on more often than that one. Because it's in the woods. And I can't explain it.
Eric
Oh.
problems.
Just a visual guide to the line of your shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you do a certain thing, whereas you're kind of like, I guess I've got to just throw it out over here and let it fade back, and for some reason it never works out.
How about
Maybe
that?
that's why I'm not good.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the lack of obstacles in my way.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Probably
need to be just one reason.
Ouch.
we got any more from Jason?
No, luckily that's his last one.
Okay.
G Money 1984. How long do we
Man,
think before?
all kinds of people come out of the woodwork for these.
Oh yes. How long do we think before disc golf will be shown on TV?
It's kind of already on TV.
I'm
Gonna
just
say
count
like
Scandinavia,
negative
it's on
a
TV
couple
right now.
years. Yeah.
I think like 5 years, maybe.
With all the ESPN, the top 10 stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's exactly what he was talking about.
But
It's out
legitimate
there.
tournament coverage, 5 to 15 years, something like that.
I watched Or DGC on TV last year. It was on some channel.
Was
Like
it?
Beach. Yeah, emerging sport. I don't know. Something.
Oh yeah. But yeah, legitimately, I think it'll be a while. There's
I agree.
There's just no money in the media right now, man. There's no outside money in disc golf. It's all inside money. You have for golf, there's financial companies and insurance companies. I mean, other than Ledgestone, I guess there's really no outside money in disc golf right now. It's just all cannibalizing each other.
I think Ledgestone was mostly Nate Heinold, because doesn't he work there or
Yeah,
own that or
yeah,
something?
I think he owns Ledgestone, maybe something like that. And then
Something.
Discraft kicked in a bunch of money,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
A lot.
so-
It's hard to film. You don't have the big TV towers that they have at
Mhm.
Augusta, right? Where
Yeah.
you can just sit there and watch it drive and watch it go the whole way, see
Yeah.
where it lands.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of blind dog legs and stuff where you're losing sight of it and you're going
See-
to need multicam.
your guys' complicated tree-filled courses are what's holding disc golf back. If everything was like it is here with wide open holes, it's so easy to film. You don't even need it could be the first time you use a camera and it's easy.
And I think it's actually harder to film wide open than it is in the trees. Because
depends on the sun.
In the trees, you can you know where the disc is going to go, so you can track it really easily. But if it was like a 600-foot wide open throw, they're going to throw some big sky ante. It's way harder to film. But it's true in the trees, you're not always going to be able to film the entire flight of the disc with one camera.
Yeah.
So
he's got one more question. Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was also going to say it's hard to pack in people in the woods to go watch disc golf. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
So that's another thing, kind of keeping it down from having those huge spectator numbers that people that are going to put money into disc golf want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, carry on.
All right. So what are our thoughts on rope OB?
Rope OB?
Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah. As long as it's not crazy, I'm for it.
Oh, I think I misunderstood it maybe.
Oh?
I thought he was going rope versus spray paint versus anything over the sidewalk or whatever.
I think he means rope versus water.
Oh, true. These were. Yeah, he might be talking about ledge stone.
I think he's talking about ledge stone, probably.
Yeah, no, that sometimes.
Yeah, I think the OB got a little crazy there, but rope OB is necessary at some courses to make them interesting if they're just so wide open,
I mean, ideally you just have water, but I guess it's hard to just terraform a whole plot of land for a disc golf course.
Yeah, I kind of like the OB or not OB, but just really rough, like at Milo or at Moraine or Deer Lakes, where if you're off the fairway, you're not going to go forward. You got to pitch out, and that's
I'm back.
Yeah, you have to go back into the fairway. That's essentially your OB stroke, right? It's getting back in the fairway.
All right, I'm back.
I thought we were going to make it without him.
We lost Eric.
Yeah. Luckily for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
I'm going home.
So yeah, I prefer a natural OB or a rough, but ropes, if you need them, they're fine as long as it's not crazy.
I think rope is the ideal way of marking OB if you don't have stuff like that.
Oh yeah, agree there.
Versus spray paint or just a line or something like that, because it's more definitive. It's clear.
Yeah.
There's no real gray area with it.
Yeah, I want to at least make the excuse that it's harder to judge distance with rope OB. I think I'd rather have trees and know that I need to cut it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Bragnor, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What shot are we?
What up, Bragnor?
Oh, is this your buddy?
No.
Okay. What shot are we working on learning, and what discs are we using to learn that shot?
Putting and putters.
Yep, that's my answer. Putting and wardens, that's what I'm working on.
Why is it so hard?
Yeah. Putting's hard.
If I asked you to throw a softball 30 feet into a basket, you'd do it 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same with a basketball. A basketball hoop is barely the size of a basketball, but can make free throws.
Yeah, we picked a dumb game, guys.
It's a beautiful game. You shut your mouth.
His Scottish came out. Be careful.
Whoa.
I'm always working on my forehand because it's bad.
Seems like a good thing to do. It's not always
bad. It's inconsistent, I would say.
I keep my forehand tucked away. I try not to use it.
Yeah.
Unless the dog leg really calls for it. I'm trying to work on my rollers, though, because I want to birdie hole one at Pier Park.
Yeah.
But ordinarily, I'm afraid
that.
of just putting it down and letting it go, 300 feet to the left or something dumb. So it's not a shot I normally would pull out.
No.
I'm pretty proud of my roller game. It's pretty decent.
I've seen you put down some nice ones. Not as nice as your dad's, but some nice ones.
This is true. That was an amazing shot. Yeah. If you've been to Pier, my dad parked hole 2 with a roller. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. But right.
I've been to Pier Park and parked nothing.
Yeah. Dude, last time I was out there, I got one birdie.
I did 2 holes. I don't know what hole numbers they are, but I did good on 2 holes.
God, Man.
So that's 1/9 of the way there.
That course is hard.
It's fun though.
It's really fun. It's really pretty too. It's like in the big old tall trees, the Doug Cruise.
All right.
It's great.
Foco DG Lady
That's Maria.
asks,
Who owes me a destroyer, by the way.
Oh.
Still.
She bought it for you. I saw it.
Did she? All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right.
She said this is for Orion. So.
All right. I messaged her.
And then she spit on it.
It was outside in the pile of manure.
What's Maria's question?
This one started up some controversy last time. So, Eric, just keep your mouth shut.
What?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
It is 2 pieces of bread and meat.
But the bread's sideways.
Yeah. And it's
Bring
not
out his
cut.
accent.
Okay, so if you turn a regular sandwich the opposite orientation, is it no longer a sandwich?
The bread is not cut all the way through though.
Hold up. So if I took, like, your standard BLT, whatever, I made it with one slice of bread, is it still a sandwich?
That's a sandwich dog.
Okay, now you're making shit up.
It's a weirdly shaped sandwich.
It's a sandwich, man. I mean,
It's not.
Okay, alright, so what if you make a hamburger, but the edges of the hamburger roll don't disconnect because your burger's not big enough? Is it a sandwich?
it's like if you're eating at Wendy's.
Well, no, that's not
Yeah.
a sandwich because your burger's too small.
That's a freaking burger.
Yeah, that's like a ground beef nugget.
I think we need to focus on
Corey
the
would
meat.
tear you apart because you're not responding to my question.
No, you're very wrong. Just accept it and we'll move on.
We'll move it on.
No.
Anthony and I are right, and we're moving on.
Okay, no, you're not.
Yes.
It's if this is democracy, it's 2-on-2, and no decision has been made.
But,
Yeah.
If we're
our
going
combined
by-
ages are greater than yours.
Oh.
Yeah, but I can throw farther.
Hey.
Ian could beat you up.
I don't know, man. Have you seen him in that Pikachu tank? He's pretty ripped.
Yeah, look
Ian
out.
said he wants to beat you up.
Oh, now it's on.
Yeah.
Next question
All
before
right.
before we come to blows.
What is our favorite thing to put on a not sandwich hot dog? And that's exactly how she worded it too.
Our favorite thing.
Oh, is it?
Oh, damn. Maria doing me like that.
I like sriracha sauce on like a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
As long as you don't put ketchup on it, you're doing fine.
You guys had the
Alright,
kimchi dogs?
Chicago.
Pretty good.
No, I haven't had that.
Gotta say.
I don't
Not
even know
bad.
what it is.
Huh.
But normally I'm doing, my hot dog is some kind of bratwurst, and I got some kind of sauerkraut and, like, deli mustard on it.
There you
I
go.
would say that chili cheese dogs are pretty good. But if I was gonna go like more everyday traditional hot dog, just give me a hot dog Andes, relish, mustard, onions.
I've heard those are good.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
And by the way, you use deli mustard because it's a sandwich.
False. All right. Last question from her. Who is our disc golf personality? Anyone who doesn't say me is getting blocked. So, how do you value our friendship?
Our favorite personality.
Wow, 4 Anthonys, and then we moved on. Good stuff, you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be Durkin. Durker Flurka Flame.
Oh, your buddy John?
Oh, that's my throwaway. Nice.
That's John, right?
You wish, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That guy, his game is unlike anything else you've ever seen, and he is just an awesome dude to hang out and play disc golf with. And his Reddit account is hilarious.
Yes, for sure.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Mine's
So
like
my
a
favorite's Scott Stokely.
That's
He's
solid
made
answer.
one post.
That's a cop-out answer. I gotta go with Hartman, man. That guy
Yeah.
cracks me up.
For the lulz, it's Anthony and Jason. Hartman crack me up the most. And then I gotta give a shout out to my boy, the Floatable Monk, because he posts all my videos. He posts a lot of videos.
I'm pretty sure you send it to him beforehand because I've seen him and Hartman when he used to post them all the time. It was like his post would be 30 minutes old and the video was published 18 minutes ago.
You know what? So
There's something going on
I
here.
don't do that with the Floatable Monk, but I used to do that with Jason.
I knew it!
Who you did?
Oh, I knew it!
You dirty bastard. Because he linked an unlisted video one time,
Yeah.
and I knew it.
I knew there was some cheating going on in there.
There were shenanigans.
Yeah, I even work in this
Alright,
organization. I didn't know it was this dishonest.
Yeah, can we get like the mods to ban a mod? Does that work? I think there's some sort of like karma whoring going on there, and that's against some sort of rule.
It's the deflate gate of our disc golf.
Yeah.
The secret is
Yeah,
out.
we just broke a big scandal, guys.
Yeah, it was.
Breaking news.
But the Floatable Monk, he's on Twitter. And every time, I have it like auto tweet whenever I upload a video, and I think he just notices or something. So
I think he has emails, because I remember one of his links, I clicked on it and it said in the URL like email notification or something like that.
I owe that dude a
So
minute,
he might be legit, but
yeah,
Jason's a dirty cheater.
Actually, you know why I did it? Because he has impeccable titles.
Oh.
There were some people posting my videos that had like the most horrible titles, and they would get like no views because the titles were so bad. So I was like,
that's valid.
Yeah, that's actually what. Yeah, and I like Jason too. He's cool. So yeah, well, that's how that started.
Nice.
All right, this is long. Should we wrap this up?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Unless we got any like amazing questions left that we skipped.
Not.
Pick one last one.
Yeah, one last one.
One last one?
Yeah.
We'll do the quick one then.
Okay.
This, again, Narshral406. What's the most impressive forehand roller we've seen? And for Ian, was it his?
For me, it's got to be a Kevin Estrada forehand.
What happened to that guy?
Dude, I moved away is what happened to Kevin, unfortunately.
Why would you do that? You know how much we enjoyed those videos?
Yeah, I know, man.
For real.
I love doing commentary with Kevin, dude. Nobody cracks me up like that guy doing commentary, man. He's as much.
That guy was
I love
awesome.
Alex, but Kevin.
Dude, I'm a fan of Kev's. You don't gotta.
Yeah.
You don't gotta tell me.
But yeah, man. There's this hole at Heilman. It's like 200 feet. It's like a super dogleg left backhand hole, as hard as you could ever have a backhand hole, and he throws a forehand roller on it every time, and he'll park it like half the time with his beat up beast, I think it is or something. But yeah, those are my favorite forehand rollers to watch. Oh, that or the Steve Rico one. That is a good one, Eric. Yeah, Wintertime Open, crazy forehand cut roller.
Was that with a putter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beast.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm actually gonna see Kevin next weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, might do some commentary with him. We'll see if it happens.
Do it.
Yeah.
Everyone spam Ian to do it. We will
Go
stop.
Twitch chat.
Yeah, tell Kevin.
Yeah. All right, Alex, what's yours?
I can't think of one. Like I associate the forehand roller game with Steve Rico, but I don't have any like specific example.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Eric?
If I was gonna, so I've played with a couple guys who actually have pretty dirty forehand rollers. One of them being a Redditor. He goes by Jimmy DG or Jimmy Disc Golf, and I've seen him throw some insane rollers, backhand, forehand, thumber. But I think the person who's has the forehand roller as the most integral part of their game is definitely still Dirk Flame. And that guy's game is like Annies with pigs, flick Annies with pigs, forehand rollers with Roadrunners and King Cobras.
Wow.
And like,
so he just trolls in real life too.
He's exactly the same. He's not different, and it's awesome. He's hilarious.
That's great.
But I've seen him throw some, like, we'll be messing around on a hole. Like, I've gone out and played with him a bunch of times, and we'll like jokingly say, "Oh yeah, you could probably put down like forehand roller if you put it down at this angle and turn it over at the right time and get it to come back like 200 feet around the corner." And then he'd do it. And you'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. How did you do that? It's like, I threw a King Cobra. Like,
oh, of course.
I don't think that sentence has ever been said before.
Because normal people even own those discs.
But yeah, he throws some dirty forehand rollers.
Dude, you guys go on our disc golf right now and check out the new Upper Park bag.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see that link?
I saw that. It
More
looks
breaking news?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the stool?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish the video was longer, but that looks pretty cool.
It's interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused about how the Scott Stokely AMA only has 14 questions right now.
Really?
Because there's
I think
like a
people are
long
scared.
time procrastinating.
Yeah. But if you want to get your question in, you got to get it in there quick, you know?
Yeah, I mean we've got a week or so. Yep, exactly a week. So you have a week to get in your question, but this AMA is gonna be good.
Yeah.
So get in your questions.
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
That's all
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys, for listening to us ramble for a long time.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to Nate Sexton for joining us.
Once.
Nicest, coolest guy in disc golf. That was the first time we recorded that, for sure.
Mhm.
Definitely didn't have to redo it or anything.
No.
No.
Yep. Yep.
Definitely wasn't Alex's fault either.
Thanks, Bree, for coming on. one of the best wives in disc golf.
Yeah, Bree is great.
Yeah, she is. Super cool. And Nate will have a doctor wife when she's done.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Doctor and Nate Sexton.
Like, you're like one of the best disc golfers in the world, and you got a doctor wife. Man. Screw that guy.
Just a jerk.
But, alright, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Or not watching. Thanks for listening. we'll catch you around.
All right.
Later.
See ya.
Peace.